Hey everybody, it's Nermits, and it's been a good minute since I posted any kind of videos, so I figured, you know what, I should probably do some kind of update video or something or other, so I figured, alright, I'll just kind of sit down and just kind of fill you guys in, because while this isn't really a big channel or anything, there are kind of enough of you following me that I figured, alright, I should at least say something rather than just stay quiet. So, I mean, first, this is going to be kind of like split into two parts, because the first part I'm just going to kind of explain why I haven't really put anything out for a little bit, and basically, there are going to be there are three factors to that. Two are kind of out of my hand, but one is definitely something I could have managed better, which I'll get to that for eventually. And then the other part of the video is just going to be me kind of talk about what I'm going to be doing over the course of the next couple months, because I'm definitely going to be starting to upload again soonish, hopefully, if I can manage everything right. But for now, I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit about where I've been and what I'm going to be doing going forward. So first off comes what I've been up to, because first off I'm going to talk about the stuff that's made working on videos a little hard, but I can't really help. I know not everybody follows me on Twitter, so this right here is just more of a look into my personal life rather than just kind of like, oh no, I'm a busy boy. So for those of you who do not know, what I do for a living is that I actually work full-time for Ohio State University. And the job pays very well, it has amazing benefits, and the schedule I work is not 100% the best, but it's the best work schedule I've had at any other job, so I can't complain too much. That being said, there is one thing about the job that really sucks. And that one thing is that at the beginning of fall semester, every year, I'm required to do a 2-month mandatory overtime period that starts about mid-August and goes into October a bit. Now, we're kind of being a little lucky this year because things have gone smoothly enough that we're actually ending it early. At the time I'm recording this, I actually only have one more week of mandatory overtime left, so once that's over, I'll be going from working about 50 to 60 hours a week back down to a regular 40, which will free up a ton of free time. But that is a required part of my job, and there's just not really anything I can do about it. I've been having to work a lot the past couple months, and it's just kind of the hazards of working for a state college, you know, it's just how that song and dance goes. Now, as for the other thing I can't really help, I also have been in the process of moving the past month. I actually have moved into an apartment on my own. It's my first time living on my own for kind of a while, actually, since I graduated high school, so that kind of took a lot of setup, and it did take a lot of time, and combo me moving in with all the overtime I've been working, I'm still kind of in the process of getting settled in, even though it's been like about a month. I've been getting furniture for the place and gradually getting it ready, and because this is actually an apartment I'm planning on staying on, or staying at, whatever. You get the gist. I'm trying to hunker down for a good bit and get comfy. So that's been another thing, is moving. The moving hasn't really quite ended yet, combined with all the work stuff, so that'll probably be kind of taking priority once I finish the overtime period. And the last thing that's kind of been a thing, and this one I have had control over, is utilizing my free time the best I could, because on the one hand I have been putting work into videos here and there. I actually have all the remaining footage for the remainder of the A Realm Reborn main scenario quest recorded already, actually, and I have a lot of the audio recorded too. I just need to actually edit everything together at this point. But right now, I kind of just haven't been utilizing my time as best I can, and a good chunk of it is like the overtime I've been kind of using it as a bit of an excuse, because, I mean, to put in perspective, like during overtime, my day has literally been, okay, I get up at like 7 a.m., I leave for work, I get to work around 8 a.m., and then I'm just at work until about like 7 or 8 p.m., takes me another hour to get home, so I'm really out of the house from like 8 a.m. until about 9 in the evening, and then at that point it's usually about like 2 or 3 hours before I go to bed. I usually just kind of use that time to just kind of do whatever, like I'll hang out with people, I've been on a Monster Hunter World kick lately, which I'll talk about that maybe in a little bit, but I haven't really been using a lot of that time on videos, at least not to the degree I probably should be, so that's something I'm kind of gradually working on fixing, and I'm getting out of that rut, and it'll be a lot easier to get out of that rut, again, once the overtime ends, because then I can stop using it as an excuse to be lazy, but that's also on me. That's not me saying, oh, life's so hard. No, I just need to figure out how to manage my free time better. But yeah, so that's where I've been on that front, and again, like I'm getting good work in on TLDR right now, and that's kind of going to segue into the next thing I was going to talk about, which is what I'm going to do with the channel going forward, because again, there are kind of more of you here than I expected to be here right now, and I'm gonna be honest, when I made TLDR, like, A Realm Reborn and Crystal Tower, I honestly expected maybe, like, 2 or 3 people to get a kick out of it. I didn't expect it to, like, bump my channel into triple-digit territory, which is still kind of weird to look at, and I'll be honest, like, it's still really weird to look at. Like, I'm not used to it, and it's like one of those things I didn't even realize I was over 200 subscribers until about a week ago when someone pointed it out to me, because I haven't even been thinking about actually looking at my channel that much, which I do need to do more. I know it's like I will get occasionally comments, and I really do want to try to get into the habit of like checking that stuff and keeping up with it more, because I do actually want to get to know you guys a little bit here and there where I can, and that's something I am going to be trying to get better about. I might not be perfect about it, and if I don't respond to you for like a day or two, I hope you don't get too upset. It's just I'm notoriously bad for getting back to people on stuff like this. Like, anyone who has my phone number can tell you that I am really bad when it comes to responding to text messages, so this is just something I need to work on personally. It's got nothing to do with anyone in particular, it's just a really bad habit of mine. But anyway, back to talking about TLDR. I am going to finish TLDR, but my original plan to have it done by and caught up to Shadowbringers by 5.1 or 5.2, I'm kind of starting to realize that was kind of over-optimistic on my part. I am still going to get to that point, like that's definitely my plan and goal, but it might take a little bit longer, but I definitely do intend to be at that point by the time Shadowbringers ends, so look forward to that. But the other part is I'm also going to be trying to trim down the overall length of TLDR videos, because I'll be honest, my eventual plan was to do patches 2.1 all the way up to 2.5 in one video. But I mean, as you can kind of see, it kind of started to get a little out of control, so I wound up making 2.1 to 2.3 one video. But even that's still a little nutty, so what's going to be happening for the next 2 TLDR videos is 2.4 is going to be its own video, and then 2.5 is also going to be its own video. And the reason for this is that way it'll be a lot easier and quicker for me to get each individual bit out, and that way rather than just being like this huge like marathon chunk of video to plug through, it can still kind of be like, okay, I can take like 8 to 10 minutes to listen about patch 2.4, that's fine. And that's definitely one thing I want to do, is I want to try and get videos like a little shorter so I can A, get them out quicker, B, possibly put like a bit more time to refining them. Just little stuff like that. So I'm going to try that out for a little bit with TLDR. If it works out, awesome. If it doesn't, you know what? I gave it a try, and you know what? Sometimes you gotta make a mistake to learn it's a mistake, you know what I mean? And while we're on the subject of trying out new stuff, you might have noticed my last video was not TLDR, but was just a goofy little Titania video featuring a certain salty fish from a certain raid group, if you, some of you might know who I'm talking about. But, I might do more videos like that on the side, because, again, TLDR is my baby. It's a project that's been a lot of fun to work on, but it will have an end, because there's only so much story in Final Fantasy XIV, and I will eventually hit a point where there isn't really a lot of story to work on anymore. And that's why I kind of am going to be trying out like new stuff here and there. Like it might work out, it might not, but it's just kind of this like weird ride I'm finding myself on, that I want to find other ways I can entertain you guys and anyone who might stumble by in the future, whether it's like another 200 people or just one or two. Like, that's fine, because as long as at least one person is having a blast, that's what's important to me. So you might see some like other videos around. Like I'm definitely going to be doing something for the Nier raids when they come out, because I adore the Nier games, and I'll be 100% honest, and I want this on record, that I will like make out with Yoshi P at next FanFest if he gives us Grimoire Vice from Nier Gestalt as a glamour option for Summoner books. I would love that so much, and I just bumped my table, you might have heard that. And I might be doing stuff with other games too, like I've been, as I said a little bit ago, I've been on a bit of a Monster Hunter World kick. I only picked it up about a month ago, and that's one thing I've been doing in my spare time. And I'm playing on PC, so I'm trying to get caught up before Iceborne comes out for PC, so I can play with everybody. And you might see some stuff when Iceborne comes to PC, because Seabass has been talking about doing a little thing that I think would make a very, very fun video if we do go through with it. So look forward to possibly that. Or I might even do some stuff with Pokemon Sword and Shield, because unlike a lot of people, I'm actually very excited for Sword and Shield, and I'm actually probably even going to be streaming it, because I've been setting up to stream here and there, and I haven't really been consistent or setting up a schedule for it yet, but once I kind of get a few more videos rolled out again and kind of get my like schedule better organized, I'll probably be streaming a consistent schedule. It'll probably be some Final Fantasy XIV, but I'll probably be doing a lot of other games on the side. So if you ever want to stop by and say hello, I put my like social media stuff in the description usually, so you can stop by and say hello. You don't have to stick around though. There's just a thing I'll be doing in the future, so don't worry too much about it. And that's pretty much the long and short of it, honestly. I've just been kind of busy with life stuff, but I'm doing good, and I definitely have plans to keep stuff going. I kind of got hit with a lot of oh dear, you're just general busyness. I'm good, you're good. Well, I mean, I hope you're good. I don't know what's going on in your life right now, but I mean, you know what? Whether it's good or bad, I definitely wish you the best. But anyway, yeah, that's just kind of what's been going on with me and some of the thoughts that have been going through my mind. And I figured, you know what? Again, like, there are a lot more of you here than I expected to be here, so I figured I might as well just kind of share why things kind of ground to a halt for a little bit. And just kind of given my work schedule, I can't promise the same thing might not happen around this time again next year, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe next year I'll kind of have things a bit more under control when overtime starts up, but at this point that's also going to be another like 10-11 months away, so I have time to prepare and kind of bounce back from the slow burn that was life for a little bit. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. And I don't really know what much else to say, so I guess I'm just gonna end the video, cause I don't really know how to end things unless it's my relationships, cause I'm bad at juggling those. Woo!